So now for part B, what will be the observed pattern if the wave through the top slit is shifted by pi? Now what does that mean? Now we're talking about the wave has been shifted by pi. It means that well, we know that when there's a path difference of 2 pi, there'll be one wavelength, isn't it? So either 2 pi or 0 pi, that means that your two waves are have got no path difference. But when we say that the wave is shifted by pi, it means that it has been shifted by half a wavelength. So the wave will either have been shifted to the right or shifted to the left, it doesn't matter, by half a wavelength. Now I'm going to draw out what we will see at point P, which is at the central point right now. So we know that when the two waves are coherent, when the two waves does not have any path difference, at P is going to be a maximum point. Now what will I actually see at P then? So if I draw out the wave, and I use my red line to represent wave 1, I use green line to represent wave 2, and I use this blue line to represent the resultant wave. Okay, so what will we get? So starting with wave 1, say I draw out something like this. Sorry, I'm gonna change it. Okay, so at point P, say at point P, this is the wave that, no, at point P, this is what we just point P, so it's at a maximum amplitude, isn't it? Now, what will be the wave for the second wave? The second wave, exact same thing, cause no path difference, so it will still be over here. This is what we see at point P. And therefore, what will be the resultant wave? 0 plus 0 still ends up 0. If I call the amplitude A plus A becomes 2A, 0 plus 0 becomes 0, minus A plus minus A minus 2A, 0 plus 0, and then A plus A, 2A, right? So we end up getting like this. And so what we actually see at point P is a maximum, has got maximum amplitude, which means that it's a bright spot. Now, if I say that the first, so say one of the wave remains the same, right? But the second wave has been shifted by half a wavelength, by pi, which means half a wavelength. So basically it's going to look like this. Apologies, let me draw it to it's the same position, so to the maximum point here. So what will we actually be seeing? So 0 plus 0, 0. A plus minus A, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. A plus minus A, 0. 0 plus 0. A plus minus A, 0. So we actually end up getting destructive interference. So this is called destructive interference. And this is at point P after the top slit has been shifted by pi. So initially this was constructive interference, right? Because we get maximum value. So what will be observed? Our bright spots will now become dark spots. The dark spots will now become bright spots. The maxima will become minima. The minima will become maxima. So this is the end of the topic. Please do all the questions that I've given to you in Google Classroom.